your 5-volt charger, you could literally power your electric stove. This is the mechanism. This is our circuit mechanism that makes you use your 5-volt charger to power it.
So this robot is used for educational purposes so that your kids could be innovative and creative. The world is becoming digitalized and AI.
The design of the vertical farming system here supports the growth of vegetables such as tomatoes, green peppers, celery, and the broad spectrum of vegetables.
This is quite interesting to me, quite exciting to me, and sometimes some things look like coincidences, but they happen for something. Are you seeing the suit I'm wearing? Can you all see the suit I'm wearing? It was made here in Jos. Is it looking nice on me? I'm sure that's what we're talking about. That we don't need to go abroad in order to get decent clothing. And we don't need to be the masters of Katako market. Hello? That it means that we have very innovative people here that need to be encouraged. We took a bold decision this year. There is a young man here that has been in the Innovation Hub for quite some time. I visited his workshop in 2023, 2024, and I was amazed. He is able to design even a car. But over the years, he has not found the kind of support. This year, one of the things, the dreams I had, when you talk about reimagining Plateau, I grew up in a farming community, using the hoe to farm. And we have been using the hoe for God knows how long. All our graduates that read agricultural engineering, we have not been able to solve the problem. And this young man from Bokos, he has led the revolution. This year, we ordered him to produce for us 200 hand tillers, 200 pieces, and we are testing them on the farms this year. What the hand tiller can do in 1 hour, a whole community of farmers may take 3 or 4 days to do. That's progress, isn't it? And you don't need to bend, you don't need to sweat. That is how young people can be attracted to agriculture. And this is just one example. I was in a function some years ago, almost 10 years ago, when an American gentleman was addressing a group of NIPS graduates. And he was saying that he doesn't know why Nigerians are rushing to go abroad. What you are going to do abroad is to do maintenance in an already settled system. But Nigeria is like a huge construction site with so many problems looking for solutions. And when you dare to dream, you will be able to provide possibilities for those problems. With this initiative that has been taken, I believe we're going to do a supplementary budget later this year, and into next year, we're going to provide a substantial amount of money for startups. We will certainly take the step before Murphy comes in as a big brother to back us up. In conjunction with the UNDP, we are at the last stage of making the Innovation Hub at Plateau Polytechnic functional. And very soon, When that space is made available, you're going to flock in there and have opportunities to unleash your dreams and make them a reality. I therefore sincerely look forward to the unleashing of the talents of our youth. And if there was a time for you to do it, the time is when? It's now. I want to see the dreamers, and we will help you to actualize those dreams by the grace of God. So this is the season to dare. I've taken up the challenge of the robots. We're going to arrange a special session of the State Executive Council for you to demonstrate the robot. And we'll see how to take it up from there. One of the problems we are looking for solutions, is that all government information, data, documents, they are all missing, scattered, no depository. We don't have a system for managing data, as it were. All we know is how to be able to buy file cabinets, store things. That is the only way we know. Can we find a solution to that problem? Let it be a plateau solution that we can sell to the nation. I therefore want to tell our young people today, I believe in you. I know you can do it. That is why we are finalizing the process of setting up the business process outsourcing center in conjunction with several partners. MTN has donated their space to us, and when the applications were opened, we had close to 6,000 applicants looking for 500 jobs. We want to see how we can increase the possibilities. What the Business Process Center does is that in the comfort of your house here in Jos, you will be working for an American company and earning dollars. And I'm being told that so far, 600 people have been shortlisted successfully. This therefore shows that our declaration of 2025 as a year of digital innovation was not a wasted effort. We'll continue to sustain this until we get results. Therefore, on behalf of the government and people of Plateau State, it is my honor, it is my prayer, it is my hope, it's my expectation that this Plasifest will become a digital turning point for Plateau State.
We're reimagining Plateau, driving science, technology, and innovation towards achieving our set goals. And the good thing about what is happening today is that we are actually redefining the narrative that Jos, Plateau State is safe. Safe for business, safe for activities like this, which is a very prominent activity, safe for living, safe for tourism. And on that note, can we please give a round of applause to the governor, who is the Chief Security Officer of Plateau State. Your Excellency, the theme, Reimagining Plateau, Driving Innovation and Technology for a Smarter and Sustainable Future, is quite a very germane theme. And I hope that we would not just keep this theme for this event. It would inform and inspire our effort to translate our research outcomes, our inventions to solutions in the market, translate it to revenue for government, jobs for our youth. So this theme should not stop with this event. It should be carried on. It also aligns with the Renew Hope agenda of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu GCFR. Hope has to have a human face. Hope must not remain in the realm of concept. And that is why the federal government supports what you are doing today. Plastic First affirms that Plateau State government upholds science, technology, and innovation as critical drivers of economic transformation, national development, and sovereignty of our territorial space. Of course, you know that science and technology also supports security and defense. The federal government is therefore here to support this developmental trajectory. The Renew Hope agenda of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, targets growing of the Nigerian economy to a $1 trillion GDP economy. And this growth has to trickle down to the micro levels, to households, to our teeming youthful population, to all citizens. Developing, funding, and commercializing research outcomes and innovation are veritable pathways to achieving this.
First buyer of the robot. There are two things in this robot, two things it can do. It is initially we conceived this as an office assistant. At the National Institute, we believe that a whole lot of challenges we have in Nigeria have had solutions prescribed for them, but somehow we have not been able to make those solutions happen. I told myself when I got to the National Institute that I was going to be making things happen. Certainly, we have no challenge in Nigeria that we do not have solutions to. 2 years ago, one of our theme was on digitalization, the youth and entrepreneurs. And I told myself that I will make sure that the National Institute leads in showing examples of what should be happening. I came back to Nigeria in 1999 after living in America for 5 years. I came back with an idea that Nigeria didn't need to have a banking software licensed from foreign companies. I am a Nigerian. I knew how banking software works. But then, beyond those codes, you need the early adopter. Who will adopt your codes? Which bank will be willing to take on your codes when there are already established ones that the foreign companies provided? And do you know that Tony Elumelu back then, he gave me $100,000 to build a software that nobody was sure was going to work. That is the kind of risk he took. And he's saying that those kind of risks should be taken by states and subnationals. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing Nigerian youths cannot do. And they can do it from anywhere in Nigeria. The robot you are seeing today was basically built by Plateau youths. And it took them less than 3 months to knock it out. And that was after an established company had told me that we should pay him $650,000 to do the same thing. We took a chance on ourselves. We didn't have money. All we had was my will and my belief that I was going to invest in those youths. Some of them are here today. There was basically 7. The 2 Yoruba persons on that project had never lived outside of Plateau State, so I could say they are Plateau youths. And of course, we had the director of the project, who of course is a Fulani boy. So it means that whether you are Igbo, whether you are Birom, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Fulani, every part of Nigeria has talented people. And I want to plead with us that we must take a chance. Now, we have built this robot. I'm going to ask them to do some demonstrations. My challenge is that where do we go from here? I'm not interested in showing this robot. Okay, it's moving around. I'm not interested in showing this robot as just a memento, but it's a proof of concept.
Today, I have a clear message for 2 important people in this room today: the innovators and, of course, the state government. For both, the aim is a change of mindset. Technology required for us to achieve great things already exists. However, innovation fundamentally starts in the mind. And today, I will outline fundamental ways you must see this differently. So the innovators, there are 2 main ideas here: build the right solution and build the right vehicle for it. First, be clear about the problem you are solving, not the market, not the technology, but the problem. The strongest innovation comes from founders who understand a problem deeply because they live with it. The best of them are local in origin and global in application.
This is actually a wonderful event, because economies are driven by science, technology, and innovation. So globally, that is what is happening. And Plateau State can never be left behind. Incidentally, this is the first of its nature across the 36 states of the Federation. So this is actually a commendable effort.
This festival signifies the beginning of a new chapter in our collective journey towards building a knowledge-driven, innovation-led, and economically prosperous Plateau State. Plastifest is more than a festival. It is a strategic platform designed to bring together brilliant minds, innovative ideas, emerging technologies, investors, researchers, entrepreneurs, policymakers, development partners, and aspiring innovators. It is a unique convergence point where imagination meets opportunity, where research is transformed into practical solutions, and where the dream and aspiration of today become the innovation that shape our future. The theme for this inaugural festival, Reimagining Plateau, Driving Innovation and Technology for a Smarter and Sustainable Future, reflects the vision of the government of Plateau State and the aspiration of our people. It highlights the critical role of science, technology, and innovation in driving economic growth, creating jobs, improving public service delivery, enhancing productivity, and addressing societal challenges. As we navigate an increasingly complex and technology-driven world, it has become imperative for us to embrace innovation as a catalyst for development. I also want to sincerely thank all our special guests for honoring us with your presence and words, and for your time and wisdom, and for truly adding value to today's program. To the planning committee, volunteers, ushers, media team, and everyone who worked behind the scenes, thank you. Your dedication and sacrifice made today possible. We also appreciate our sponsors and partners for their generous support. Without you, this wouldn't have been a success. At this juncture, we also want to thank His Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, without your approval, without your support, today wouldn't have been possible. Thank you.
Congratulations. Once His Excellency steps down from the stage, we will have the national anthem.